Hello everybody, welcome to Go Tarot Odyssey. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I can't believe we're already coming up on the 4th of July. It is so incredibly fast that June just plummeted by. Today I was lucky enough to go for a walk around our local park and everybody was out. They had the coolest things going on that they used to not. Like they had these little riding kind of bicycles with these little carts attached with lemonade and strawberry lemonade and all these cute things and buckets for the kids, and everything was so bright and beautiful and summery. And it kind of led me to this read, which is saying what messages from your heart and your higher self are trying to make it through to you. What messages, that are trying to reach you to elevate you and make you happy. Because you guys, right now, no emotion, no dream is without a cause or meaning. They're not random flotsam that just show up. They are very meaningful windows and clues which the subconscious is dealing with. So this is important because it's a foundation of our consciousness. It's going to color our whole perception of the world. It decides what information we'll take notice of, what motivates us, what drives us, where you will direct your energy as well, right? So this whole time is like slowly working on a problem and proceed forward, moving forward, creating what you want, one slow layer at a time, like a pearl or like water erosion that builds these rivers and valleys. We have to wear away what isn't working and get it out of our emotional field, because our new perceptions that are coming in, we don't want fears, insecurities, or any of that, or to project things, discontent or dissatisfaction, when it's only a brief feeling or word or thought that came in our head, but because we dwelled on it, we let it become an emotion. So this is how thoughts work in terms of patterns that then create our mood and then create how we perceive things and how we act. Well, we get millions and millions of thoughts, right? However, if our ego is overactive and there's a lot of retrogrades, these will be you're not doing enough, you're not being enough, you're not making enough money, you're not producing enough. All these things that put pressure on ourselves, they're simply not true. They're just a thought. But what happens is, what are we attaching ourselves and focusing on? Because if we're focusing on those instead of, it's a beautiful day, oh, I can go for a walk, I can keep it simple, I can treat my body well and have lots of water and delicious fruit, I get to look at all the crazy menagerie of animals and butterflies and things that are around me, I can simplify my life and I can take great care with what I think, so I don't get misled down this path of letting that simple thought that just popped in there then become an emotion because we're worried about it and we're worried we're not doing enough or accomplishing enough. Then it becomes a mood. We're in a fearful or we're in a cranky mood because of that particular thought. Then it can actually become a behavior. We can be agitated. We can try to get away from people, or people will be reactive because of that. So let's stop it right at the threshold when it shows up. That's a thought. Thanks for popping in. I'll see you later, and release it. And now say, guess what? I'm in charge of my thoughts, so I'm going to think the next best thing. What do I want to do? I want to relax for a moment and change gears and think, what is something I can really look forward to today that's going to make me feel good, that's going to lift me, right? And then we go from there. No projections, no lack of trust in the universe, no lack of patience, no lack of simplicity. We are going to, it stops disputes too within ourselves and with amongst other people, because we let our mind relax into art, into music, into poetry, into beautiful words, into colors and patterns. And we began to understand the subtle nature of what we want and what is going to bring us joy, right? And that's why I love art so much, because there's no apprehension or impatience when we're looking at that, right? It's all gain, it's all treasure, it's all wealth, it's all bright silver energy, artwork, comedy, all of that. And so anytime sadness, melancholy, grief, disease, a fear of disease comes in, we have to let it go. It's like a black snake. It's trying to slither through that mindscape and plant itself. But you're like, no, a snake like water should just slither on by, flow on by. And then we are going to attach ourselves to beautiful self-reflection. What gives us space to grow? What makes us feel creative? What makes us feel good? What gives us wings, right? And stepping into that. So that's our heart kind of messages. That's what I mean by those. What is going to lighten, brighten, and clarify where we should and what we should do next. Okay. So here's your 3 choices. This is a pick a card. Number 1 is wisdom, psychic, intuitive truth. That's very helpful in divining our next step, which will make us feel good as well. Manifestation, prosperity, fortune, pure intentions. This is a really, really significant time in our lives, you guys, with all these retrogrades, to everything reestablish, reconfigure, re-blueprint, realign in order to bring this in. And when we know that good things are coming and we align with that energy, they show up 100%. Adventure, innocence, play, discovery. I have to implement this every day in my life. If somebody says, hey, do you want to go do something? And it's, silly and light and nuts, like whether it's hula hoop, jump rope, whatever it is. And it's like somebody just brings this up. I'm like, that sounds awesome, because it is about innocence and play. And today when I was down the beach, I was watching youngsters just have the best time with bubbles. Like, it was their world. It was the center of their universe. They were in it to win it. It was the best thing they've ever seen or done in their life. And they got such joy from it. So that's what adventure is about. Simplifying and being fully engrossed in the moment, not wanting to be somewhere else, not wondering what anybody else is doing or who's having more fun, what we are doing and how we are growing. Okay, so I'm gonna have a brief sip of my beverage and let you guys make your choice. So I love this. So right away, on the top of the deck, you guys have, if I had a magic wand and could do anything I desired in life, what would I choose? Following your psychic intuition and your truth, you're saying, today I'm going to go inward and my answers are going to lie within there. What do I desire? Choose to do what makes you happy. Do that. It's that simple. Yes, people are like, oh, but I have a job to do. I have this and that. You do not do your job 24 hours a day. You do not clean your house and scrub your bathroom tiles 24 hours a day. You do not have to change diapers 24 hours a day. We have these beautiful allotted windows of time where it is up to us what we do. So we can sit back and feel sorry that we have obligations, or we can go, wow, I've got time and it's summer and I'm going to eat delicious, wonderful, I love watermelon so much, watermelon, strawberries, fresh fruit. I'm going to gaze and look at the birds. I'm going to relax. Your heart wants you to be expansive. Learn something new. Listen to a great vlogger that opens your mind to new perspective, because there's a power in our desires, you guys. When we let them be our fuel, our desires are our kind of soul's wing to go out and find what it is we want. We take out all the shoulds and limitations and we get out of our head and pay attention to our heart's desires instead, right? If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Go after it with all your heart. Why aren't you doing that? I put my true desires and gifts on the back burner for so many years, because I thought I had this subconscious kind of implant that you have to work a regular kind of 9 to 5 and have benefits and have all this. And anything that you're naturally gifted at is an extra, is a sideline, where it's not true. If we're actually using our gifts to have that be our profession, it comes to us with ease and joy. So we're excellent at it and we love it and we produce things of quality and magnificence because it's a gift. It comes to us with ease and we share it, right? And I feel like any gift, creative or otherwise, comes straight through source and divine. And so that's going to be kind of, what's empowering you. But you have to be clear on what your heart and your soul really wants, right? So ask yourself what it is that you want and what does it crave, and take a step in that direction. You don't have to have everything solved. One step in that direction is all it takes. So let's see. So beauty and union. So you guys, you do have a love union coming, and you also are focused right now on a beautiful aesthetic, perhaps, of your home and yourself, and you're doing some self-care and maybe changing your hair and, working on your skin and getting those teeth nice and white and bright, and working on, exercise and eating well and preparing yourself for this love union, because you do have a union coming up. And some of you guys, you have a lot of kindred spirits coming in, soul family, tribes people that are going to help you accomplish. But this I'm feeling too, you have husband, spouse, friend, paramour, person in love, I'm seeing definitely. And, you're on a new journey in your life where you're going to have a lot of confidence, and you're going to feel like your desires and wish are coming because you're learning to manifest. And it's simply of where your focus and attention goes, that's where your results go. So how can I have self-care and how can I implement self-love so I can bring this union in? Somebody is using a weird power tool outside the door. A lot of fair, honest friendships are coming in, and you're going to also kind of relish beautiful aesthetics around you, like maybe sprucing up your yard in your home and it's making you feel good. Do whatever gives you joy, and alleviates boredom or things. I feel like you have a lot of good faith in your abilities to make things nicer too, and that's great. It's time for you to reconcile with stuff you don't need anymore and get rid of that. And I just feel like there's a lot of pleasure that's going to arrive in your life where you feel good and you're smiling and you're laughing. And like, I just see you kicking back in a comfortable hammock and lawn chair and laughing and taking your time with life and deciding what it is you really want. And because of this leisurely kind of pace and feeling abundance and all of that, it's going to start to arrive for you. Things of beauty, feeling abundant, this love union, all of that, and any aborted projects you want to go back and finish. You're not going to participate in empty experiences where you're like, I'm just doing this for busy work, but I want something that makes me feel accomplished and good. All of that, because everything is a temper. Everything in this world is temporary. So we appreciate what's important right now. That real carpe diem, seizing the day. No more quarreling with yourself over what you shoulda, woulda, coulda. That you're just moving forward. If you had a color to follow right now, it'd be red. It's fiery master soul energy. Your mind and your heart communicating on the right level. And people who have belief will always be stronger than those who don't. So when you have a belief, you deserve it, and it's going to arrive. It is going to do that. So a lot of inspiration is going to come in, and no more burying what you truly want for other people or to alleviate any questions, because you don't need validation anymore. That way it's just all arriving for you. So I love that energy for you, and your intuition is going to guide you beautifully. You now know you're at this crossroads where I'm able to accomplish and do whatever I want. So I'm not messing around anymore. You're in it to win it, and it's really beautiful. So that's you, group one. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. You guys know my links are down below. Come see me on Instagram and get in all the prizes. We can win free reads, free jewelry, free goddess provisions boxes, all of that. And if you need a private read, I do it within 48 hours for you guys. I don't shelve those. I get your videos right out to you. And thank you guys for all your great feedbacks. I've got to say, I don't think I've done a reading where I haven't gotten like some great feedback and people still sharing what's going on. And I get a lot of repetition reads down the road, like a couple months later. People, tell me how great they're doing and how excited they are for things. And I feel like when you're just ready and you have that big question, that's when you know you need a private read, and it's a good time to reach out, where a lot of things are shelved and unsteady and you just kind of want some direction, or you're wondering what's coming down. That little bit of inspiration and guidance is very helpful. So thank you guys for all your positive feedback and ordering all your jewelry and all the 5-star reviews. I appreciate that so much, you guys. You've taken the time to do that. It just makes my momentum of the things I'm trying to accomplish just buzz along happily. So thank you. Okay, you guys, now we're on with this manifestation. Prosperity is coming in for you guys. I already feel this because you have this these positive intentions set out for yourself. So you're relishing life and you're looking out for the synergies. You're looking out for the things you're manifesting. So brief pause. I just need one more sip of water. Every once in a while, it's like I just get so excited. It's like stuff is coming on. Oh, so yeah, look at it. Their messages are coming in right now, you guys. Somebody is also moving towards you with a love offer. This Knight of Wands, somebody who's very, comes from hell, that honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. They have really good intentions. It's something that you're also manifesting because you're ready for it. You're prepared and you have a healthy detachment. You now will find you have options too, and other people coming at you like you're a love magnet, and also for jobs and opportunities. What happens as this vibration comes up and you tell the universe I'm prepared, guess what? It wants to bring you options. So all of a sudden you're like, wow, I'm not only offered this job, but that job, but this possibility and opportunity as well. This person is not only showing interest in me, but all these people on social media, all these things are starting to accumulate for you because your heart, soul, and everything knows that you're ready and you're prepared. Again, you're mastering kind of like the environment, your mental environment you're working in, and messages are getting received all over, and your emotions are no longer denied. They're on fire. No more fears and insecurities. It's like, you're deserving good rewards, assured successes coming in, a lot of vitality. It's like if the doors of perceptions are cleansed, everything appears as infinite, and that's kind of what's happening. It's like you're washing those universal goggles that say, of course these opportunities should be open to me. You're feeling the solar light. Lots of good luck and celebrations for you guys too. When enough is enough of a certain thing, and you're just going to let it go and go, okay, no, I want my focus on this. I'm going to put my intentions towards this. You bring that in. You're a lot of good happiness, contentment, big time for you guys. It's like you're really burning bright and participating in the arena of life in a really great way. New soul patterns where you're like, I feel infinite. I feel connected. I feel loved because I'm looking for that. I'm no longer doubting myself. I'm not listening to my ego. I know I get to choose my new thoughts when they come in instead of letting them be become moods. Anything can pop into our head, but we don't have to latch onto that and believe it. It's just a thought. We can witness something in the street where somebody's really cruel to somebody, and we don't go, the world totally sucks and is coming to an end and everything is dire. That is a momentary occurrence in somebody else's life. Do you need to take that on board? And you're deciding to just release what doesn't make you feel good, and you're having really good revelations about things, and also tapping into potentials that you might have shelved before, going, well, it's kind of a lot, it's a big ask, and then you're like, I don't care, I deserve this. Your new thoughts and ideas are coming in, and you're learning balance and control and really taking responsibility for what you're doing, saying, feeling, and thinking, and you're getting this loss of intensity, like where you don't feel you have control. You feel like you have control. Everything is just kind of gliding and really beautiful. You have positive intentions, therefore you're starting to seize the energy when it's at its most potential based. So you're really thinking, purpose, direction, will, life, all of those things. And a lot of opulence is coming your way too. And anything in legal proceedings and disputes is going to go your way as well. I hear very clearly. It's your time to have optimal rewards when it comes to that as well, and the results are going to be very favorable. So beautiful energy, group 2. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe, you guys, and all my links are down below. If you need a private read, come see me on Instagram and get on all my contests where you can win free reads and jewelry and goddess provisions box. My links to that are down below. Thank you for my new patrons that are joining and supporting my channel. The link is down there as well. And all you guys for ordering your private reads. I'm really happy that you like the fact that you get them within 48 hours. I've just always made that part of my standards, that I get them back quickly, because it's important, and I feel like people are asking when the energy is the most pertinent. So thank you guys for all your positive feedbacks on that too, and your reviews. I love it. So now we're on to number 3, which is adventure. So right away, you guys, I feel like you're craving, your heart and your soul and your mind is creating and craving a different kind of adventure. The beautiful simplicity of childhood, where you want to play and discover things, where you just want to sit and look at the moon. You want to sit and look at the stars. You want to look at the beauty of a butterfly, slow everything down, have your life be enhanced. Because how can you be more kind to yourself and offer more grace into your life is sort of your question. And growing our self-love is medicine to this world's broken heart, right? When we heal, we all heal. When we give ourselves more grace, we're able to give the world more grace. I know when I go out in the world, I'm always consciously smiling and setting out warmth and a good vibration, and releasing any hostility or that heightened sense of emotion or hurriedness, everything with ease, and trying to enhance the situation. Look at yourself with a grace filter. You're meant to be in this moment of your life and release this inner critic that always pops up and jumps in your soul's truth, which is simply that you are infinite, you're loved, you're already there. Whatever you're accomplishing is just extra now. You're on the right path. Today really search for all the ways you're aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs are going to appear. Let this newfound trust really fuel your next steps, because you're ready for it. So let's see what is coming up for you. Such a good shuffler. Oh, yes. Holy smokes. It's funny. This sun, I won't see sun for weeks and weeks and weeks in a read, and then all of a sudden it'll never stop coming. I do feel this is kind of the age of Aquarius feeling, where people feel loved, more attached. They're really reaching out on social media and other places for kindred spirits and happy tales of success and love and all of that. And right now, you guys, it's no more second guessing what you're doing. You can lose trust in the process if we're always questioning, is this the way? What is perfect? So on and so forth. And just instead of just feeling your way, you're on the right path. Keep going, keep believing, keep remembering that you made a soul contract that you're currently fulfilling in every area of your life. And that's what the sun is saying. You're going to end up and be and feel the alignment that you are where you are. But to remember also to communicate your needs, because that's temperance too. Someone's filling your cup, the universe is. What are you needing right now that you haven't communicated to someone around you? Do you need to express something? What might you be afraid of? Is it possible what you're fearing is also not true? I always have this strange thought that pops in, because I can get a very busy agenda. What if I missed out something, especially on days where I have a gazillion reads or jewelry pieces. And I love the fact that everything, I'll screenshot everything. Somebody asks, can you create this piece for me? I'll screenshot that question so it doesn't go unanswered. But I used to get these fears when I started this. I know I'm going to miss something. I have an avalanche of people and requests. How in the world can I keep up? But then I stop and I'm like, you have all that information. It's screenshotted. You're going to find it. But then I have to say my needs matter too. What I'm fearing is not true. I'm always going to be able to keep up. And at any time, if there is a 24-hour delay, nobody is going to get head up about that. And if they're not, they're looking for, they're looking in the wrong places, because information, when you're dealing in information and also creative talents, there is, a time and where it flourishes, and you need to not jam pack that or rush that. So what are your needs? Journaling these answers will be really helpful for you guys right here. You know what I mean? What am I saying no and yes to? Okay. Am I saying yes to too much based on what I need to? Am I telling me the full truth? Like a lot of times people that tend to be entitled to our resources or time, we have to look at that with a really keen and finite eye. Are these people acting entitled? Do they think they're entitled to our time, our resources? And it doesn't matter. It can be our own children as well. Do I ask for what I want within this relationship and share that with others? And when communicating your needs, are you resisting with whom? You know what I mean? Like to some people, you're afraid to say 100% what you're thinking, right? But express your needs right now, because this is a time too with temperance where we realize we're not what happened to us. We are who we are becoming. It's a time to let go and forgive and move onward, especially with these retrogrades. It's all about reestablishing and reforming and re-regulating. Is your soul ready to forgive somebody else and yourself? Forgiveness is going to bring this really sweet release and freedom and insight. If you have an ex that is just horrible, or somebody you're in a custody battle or anything like that, release that. Temperance says, see that? Look at that crow. Bye-bye. I'm dumping all this heavy, gooey stuff out. It is no longer mine to drink, carry, or be attached to. And, say to yourself, I love you. Thank you. Thank you for doing what you can. And, working through it. As humans, we get a lot on our agendas. It's not even funny stuff we have to deal with, because it's not of our own making a lot of times, right? It's somebody else's garbage. But we have to feel it to heal it. And in order to let go of pain, we have to honor the fact that it exists. I've been watching this great program, and I love it so much. And it's a Midnight Gospel, and it's from the makers, and I love it so much. It's got all these beautiful spiritual insights that are unbelievable, and it's from the makers of Adventure Time. So it's super humorously delivered. It is the best thing, and it's all about this. We spend our lives running from feelings we don't want to feel. We cover it up with drink, with drugs, with food, whatever, when all we have, death is a big part of that. And I'm very lucky that I've always been very accepted and understood that, but people don't want to discuss it, feel it, know about it, so they're always running for it. But emotions are like waves. Sometimes they're soft, but sometimes they're fierce, and sometimes they're layered, and some will sweep you right off your feet. So when we allow ourselves to feel it, we can release what doesn't serve us. Any of those fears should all be swept away, because they're not real, they're imagined. And when we think how, finite our existence really is on this particular earth plane, as this time, as this individual, we would savor the hell of it. I always act on some days, I go, pretend you have a terminal illness and you have 1 week. Why aren't you living every damn day like that? And then I do. I pull up my bootstraps and I go for it. And I'm like, we're going for that walk. I'm spending that family time. I'm listening to these people. I am aware. And everybody who has terminal illnesses that have come to a certain awareness and reconciliation with dying says they feel more alive than ever. They look better than ever, because they know that they weren't living to their lives' potential, to their potential. They weren't living in the moment. They were worried about what they were going to do later. But now that there is no super later, they are 100% in every conversation, every meal, every interaction. Why aren't we doing that? Because we never know how long we really have, right? And temperance coupled with the sun reminds us of that we can feel the love and the heat and all of that. In another moment, we can just feel like desolate and everything is intense. But don't be afraid to feel that, because everything passes through and washes away and a newness begins. Think about how many emotions you feel in a day. I mean, I roller coaster, I'm mutable fire. So I'm going to conquer the world. I'm ready to go get my Nobel Prize and meet every world leader and do this and change it up. And the next minute I'm like, nobody talk to me ever. I need a fruit sickle and to sit alone in the dark. You know what I mean? These huge fluctuations, but live with this zest. What are we looking for outside ourselves that's already within us, right? Are we looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, love, right? we can be overwhelmed when we think it's outside ourselves, right? And we don't feel good enough. But let's go inward and find everything that's already there. It already lies within us. Breathe in your favorite essential oils. Hang out with your soul today. Ask what you want, what you need to feel fulfilled and loved. And it's going to arrive for you. The sun is going to bring it to you. You're going to bring it to you. You're valuable. You're enough. You're wonderful. And you're deserving. And all this good thing is going to wash on your shores because it's your time. So I love that energy for you, group 3. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And thank you guys for all your beautiful feedback. Come see me on Instagram and win all your free jewelry, reads, all the goodies that are going on. I love you guys, and I wanted to find a way to give back. Also, if you need a private read, I do your reading within 48 hours of receiving your information. If you hit the little gray arrow, all the stuff is down there. If you want to support my Patreon page as well, every little difference counts. Your comments, your likes, your subscribes. Thank you so much, you guys. You're utterly amazing, and we're all entering this new phase. It is an age of Aquarius where we're caring, sharing, loving, and you know what? We are seeing life through a new lens. It's a loving, calmer lens for self and others as well, as it should be, you know, because we are trying to be kind to ourselves and grow, right? We don't need animosity towards the world and ourselves. It doesn't make any sense, right? So it's like, let the sun shine. Let's feel the warmth. Let's feel connected and heal and grow together. So love and light. I'm going to go upload for you guys.